What is going on, guys? This is Mike, AOD81, and this is going to be where we at? Video number 20 on our Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. If you're following along, in the last one, we're about halfway through the manse, and we had just gone into that room, gotten the items out of there, and we're getting ready to go forward into that arena for a mini boss fight. And just to talk a little bit, might have to get rid of this archer real quick. Maybe. Just to talk about that fight really quick, I think they're called Abiding Defenders, but there are two of them. They're basically kind of knight-like. In fact, if you can see the statues of them, two of them come to life. One is more focused on like physical attack. The other is more focused on magic. So the one that's more focused on physical is a little bit more aggressive. And the way this works is, um, excuse me, their health is connected in that if you kill one, and then you go to kill the other, if a certain amount of time elapses, the one that isn't dead yet is going to resurrect the one that you already killed. So you have to keep an eye on their health bars, and once you get one down pretty low, you want to start attacking the other one so you can essentially kill them both around the same time. So we're going to see what that looks like. When we go in, there's one to the left and one to the right that animate, and I'm going to go after the one to the left. That's, as I said, the one that focuses more on physical attacks and is a little bit more aggressive. So let me see what we got here. I'm gonna buff my weapon with some magic, and we will go in. I'm gonna focus on this one first. And we got our Bucket Lord to kinda keep some attention away from us from the other one, so that's a bonus. Ooh. At some point, she electrifies her sword like that and will shoot beams at you as well, like that. Okay, I got her down pretty low, so I'm gonna start focusing on the other if I can find her. Oh, mistimed that. Okay, now I can... Oh, I'm gonna go into Umbral, but they're both down pretty low, so I can kill this one with my invulnerability. Then go after her. And that is the Abiding Defender fight. So, you can see how, or why I did this secret side quest with the Bucket Lord, even though it's not trophy related or anything, and I just picked up his Pride of the Bucket Lord. Not trophy related or anything, he just, because he jumps in these mini boss fights, he can sometimes kind of keep a little bit of attention off of us, so that will help. Now, after the fight, which we should have gotten a spell for, yeah, we got the Divine Arms spell now from that fight. I'm just gonna take the new status off of all of those, because those are just other spells we picked up that I haven't looked at in the inventory, but after this fight, you get this Divine Arms Radiance spell. So that's definitely trophy related. And then we're going to get our chest. And we'll get the Flail of Wisdom. Let me take a look at that, actually. It does 349. What am I doing with this hammer? 393. That might be a possibility for replacing my secondary weapon if I decided to upgrade that to level 10. But let me see where my primary weapon is. My primary weapon is still only level 7, so I need to be leveling it up as well. But since this flail is 9, I need a chunk. And how many chunks do I have? If I have 2, we'll be good. What are they under? Quest, upgrade materials. I'm getting hit by something. I only have 1 chunk, so... Okay. Well, anyway, we'll focus on that later, but... we'll just stay with what we have for now. Now we can go back over to our seedling. And we can rest. That'll give us our heals back, take us out of Umbral, and we should be ready to progress forward. I've got an upgrade here, so... I think I'll just put that into strength. Make my strength and radiance both at 35. Sounds good to me. Like I said, this playthrough isn't really about the build. It's just about getting through this, showing you where all the items are, all the trophy material. It's about getting trophies, platinuming this game. So anyway, now this is going to be our next forward progression area, which is directly across from our fight where we have our seedling. When we enter this room to the right, there's going to be an Avowed, so we'll take care of him. And then you want to walk over here and push down this ladder. That's going to be a shortcut ladder down to the bridge in between the 2 buildings where we fought one of those holy bulwarks. Progression is technically this way, but we can't unlock it from this side yet, so we have to go do some Umbral stuff, if you didn't notice the moths. So we're going to go ahead and pop Umbral here. We're going to run over here to the ladder. We're going to take it up. And outside this room, there's going to be a Reaper. So we'll have to take care of him. Oh man, that's an odd one. He usually does only does that once or twice, but he kept going with it. Okay, no big deal. We're pretty much just started from where our seedling is, so no biggie. We'll just run over here and kill our Avowed again. And we'll pop Umbral. Go up our ladder, run out, kill the mage, and grab our vigor. Maybe this time I'll cheat a little bit. Cast my Sanctify. Yeah, how do you like that? Okay. Now we can run forward and kill this seed pod before it hatches. And continue up the steps. There will be a trash enemy at the top, so we want to kill him because he kind of blocks you from moving. As we go forward, this guy is going to be pretty scared of us. Now right here we can go left or right. We can go left and break through those boxes, or right here. It's going to be more efficient to go right first. So we will go this way. Kill him, and as we go up here, when we go in this room, there's going to be one of those bell head enemies. As you enter the room, sometimes he does his ding ding ding, where he hits his head 3 times and sends out that little sonic wave of radiant magic. So be ready to evade that, because if he does it right away, sometimes it'll blow you back out of the room off this platform. So we don't want that to happen. So we'll go ahead and buff our weapon, and we'll run in, and we're ready for it. So we'll just dodge through that. Oh, well, just a little late on the dodge. Okay, once we kill him, that's just his drop. A Brio Stone. We have a chest over here in the corner. That's the hollowed triptych. That's going to be a pendant. So that's definitely a trophy item. It goes towards your pendants and rings. And now, opposite the way we came in, where we killed the bell head right here, we're going to walk over here and we're just going to fall out. So now we can go in here, run across the rafter. There's going to be a couple umbral enemies and an umbral belly. We'll soul play that. I'm going to go ahead and do a magic heal real quick, and we'll pick up our belly item, which is enhanced cursed dart. That's ammunition throwable, so definitely a trophy item. And if we look down, we could fall down. It would cause us just a slight amount of damage. If you want to avoid that, you can go out here, and there is a little umbral walkway that we can get over to this room and go get our item, which is 2 large shards. So we were just up there for the belly. Now we're going to come out here and go down our ladder. There's going to be an avowed right here on the balcony. And we'll enter the building. There's going to be a pickup right here. Some regular Duralium nuggets. There's an umbral exit right there, but we don't want to use it yet. We want to open this door, and this is going to take us back into that room where we killed the avowed, kicked down the ladder, and initially went into umbral. Like I said, we want to go both ways at that junction, and that's what we're gonna do now. This was just a drop from the Reaper that I killed. It must have spawned after I ran away. But we're gonna go up the stairs. Run, 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 run. I heard you. Okay, we're gonna break through these boxes. There's gonna be another scared trash enemy. We'll go kill this pod. And as we enter this room, there's another umbral belly over there. So we're gonna go soul play it. Get our item, which is the enhanced umbral burrower. That is gonna be another ammunition throwable. So that's definitely a trophy item. Now we're going to walk out onto this cross-shaped platform, and drop straight down. That's going to take us to this platform, and we're going to drop straight onto the next one. We'll take a slight amount of damage, but we're going to pick up our dedicated item right here, run across the rafters, then we can just roll down here, and now we can use our umbral exit. So we've got all that umbral stuff done, gotten all the items, we've opened that door, shortcut that would actually take us back to our seedling. And now this is open to us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop into this room. There's a Crimson Rector up there that we're going to have to fight. There are a couple of enemies in the rooms to the left and the right. Sometimes they'll aggro as you're trying to fight the Crimson Rector. Sometimes they won't. So we'll go ahead and drop in and see how it goes. Ooh, timing was off there. But he's taken care of. And there's an Avowed that got aggroed. Oh! That post blocked my attack. So this was just an enemy drop. Now, up here where the Crimson Rector was, there's going to be a couple of trash enemies back here. We'll get rid of them. And on this little table, there is going to be the Abbot Vernoff's key. That's going to be the key that's going to open up the rest of the area for us. So we will run down here, and you saw this guy to the right. There's also another one right here. And we're going to open this door with our key. You'll see that that is the room that had the fountain where we fought the Crimson Rector and the Archer. If they don't aggro, that's a good thing for us. So we're going to end up going in there, but the way we're going to do it is we're going to go up the steps this way. Once we break through here, there's going to be... let me pop a stone here and buff. There's going to be a holy bulwark in here. Or is this a pure blade? I forget how to tell the difference. So we'll get rid of him, just pick up his drop. He's holding a Holy Bulwark mace, but he seemed to have, I think they have slightly different attack patterns, and I don't know. But as we walk in here, if you step out on there, the floor is going to drop from underneath you. So you want to stay all the way to the right and walk out the balcony, and there's going to be a dedicated item. Now we can go ahead and drop down, and there's an item in here on this table. Going to be 2 large Rallium shards, and then we can use our lamp to get through here. And you can just, as you're holding out your lamp, walking forward, if you need to break that board, you can just tap circle like that and it'll bust through it. So we open that shortcut. We're going to open this door. This is another shortcut to a previous area that we were in. This is the area that we had to drop out over there and ran up the balcony all the way around. So the way we're going to go is through that door, but I think there is there's a dog in here, so we'll take care of him. And opposite where the dog was, if you walk up these steps, there's a dedicated item right here by the body. And now we're going to open this skinny door. And it's going to take us back out to that courtyard where the holy bulwarks and the face enemy are. And we're going to want to run straight across this path. And as long as nothing below aggro's on us, we can go ahead and move forward. And it looks like they're aggroed, so I'm going to pop his parasite. Oh, I tried to roll through that. It didn't work so well. Man, he's beating me up. Alrighty then. Okay. So now we'll just run back up top and we will go to this door, and now we'll be able to use our key. And as we go in here, there's going to be some trash enemies down here. And there is an umbral belly right in front of us, and it has a saintly quintessence. So we definitely want that, but there are also 2 reapers protecting it. So let me go ahead and pop a heal. I'm going to buff my weapon. And do I have enough? No, I'm going to have to use a small stone. And I'll cast my Sanctify. And now we will go and umbral. Both at the same time, for real? Ooh. Nice little parry there. Yeah, parried you into a critical hit. How do you like them apples? Okay, so pick up our drop, and we will soul flay the belly, and we'll get our saintly quintessence. Now, if we turn around, we can go down here and open this door. You'll see there's an item right in front of us. We'll pick that up. That's the Force Burst Parchment. That's a trophy related item. It's a throwable ammunition. So if you look to the left, there's a stigma. If I can lock onto it. Come on, lock on. We'll soul play that to get it going. And then if you turn this way, walk through the arch, in this missing piece of rail right here, there's going to be a Vowed right below us. So we'll drop down and kill him. There will be a fairy to the right. Okay, we'll take out all those enemies. This was the fairies drop. This is what the Avowed dropped. We just got our Umbral Scourings. This is a dedicated item right here. It's going to be some poison bombs, and there's a reason for that. We'll talk about it in a minute. But we can go ahead and use our Umbral exit. Now we're going to hold out our lamp and walk out. As we go around this corner, there's going to be a holy bulwark. So I am going to buff up my weapon. And of course the other one aggroes right as I start the fight. Okay, as you see, there's a second one. He paces up that right walkway, and he just happened to aggro as I started the fight with the first one. So we'll take out all our enemies. Boom, boom, boom. You'll see there's a dedicated item over here by the gate. We'll pick that up as a holy ward. If we walk down this pathway, we can now open this door with our key from this side. Well, actually, I think you can open it from either side with the key. Maybe. You might have to open it from this side. But this takes us back into that courtyard where we took care of the holy bulwarks, and the face enemy is over there. We went down here, got our item and shortcut open. You know where we're at. So now that little shortcut is open for us. When we continue forward here to the Tower of Penance, we're gonna have a boss fight on that bridge. So this gate over here, I'm gonna go over here and open it. This would be leading to the next area, the Abbey. We don't want to do that, but we do want to open this gate, and we can go ahead and drop a seed here just in case we die during the boss fight. And you'll see that there's our pal Stoneman. So we can talk to him and progress him. We want to go through all his dialogue.
Just need shield pure of theater. I've yet to see enough.
In Radiance,
and you'll see in his shop he has a few new items, a new weapon you want to buy. Like I always say, you don't have to buy all the weapons and armor on one playthrough. That's a lot. If you're on your first playthrough and the shields, they're attached to the weapons trophy. But if you're on your first playthrough, you'll see he has a new holy hand grenade. That's a throwable ammunition, so that goes towards that trophy. I would definitely buy it. He's got two new radiant spells. One is Invigorating Aura, and the other is Barbed Aura. I would buy the spells. And he has a couple of new rings, so I would buy the rings. I'm not going to buy the more expensive one right now. I'm just trying to illustrate, you know, what I would do on a first playthrough. I would definitely want to buy all the rings, catalysts, any catalysts, pendants, rings, spells, and catalysts on a first playthrough. All this armor and everything that you have to buy for the all armor trophy, I would pick up on my next two playthroughs if you are trying to platinum. So that being said, he is progressed, and we can go ahead and take a rest, get all our heals back. It's gonna respawn these two holy bulwarks. So we're going to have to fight them again. But then we'll be able to move on to our mini-boss fight. I hesitated a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna cheat to get my health back. I'm gonna go into Umbral, so I don't have to use a heal or magic. I'm gonna kill a couple enemies to get my health back. I have to remember that there is an Avowed and a Fairy over here. So I will have to take them out. Ooh, get out of there. Okay, so I got my health back, and I can use this umbral exit right here. And we'll go into our mini-boss fight fresh. Didn't have to use a Mana Stone. So as soon as we go in there, he's going to stand up. He does have an Umbral Parasite, so we're going to want to pop that at the beginning. And he is a poison-based enemy. He spits a lot of poison. At some point, he's going to fill the whole arena with poison. I'm not too worried about it because I have my Sanctify spell. So I'm going to rely on that to keep from being poisoned. But if you're not in a Radiance build and you don't have this spell accessible to you, you're going to want to equip some Poison Cure and Bombs to use during the fight, because you are going to get poisoned during this fight. So, that being said, we'll go ahead and buff our weapon, and we'll run in. I'm going to go about here, and I'm going to cast my Sanctify. Then I'm going to pop his Parasite, and now I can fight him. And his moves are pretty basic. They're like, you know, knight-like moves, but he does a grab like that, and he just uses a lot of poison. You can see I'm getting poisoned right now. Okay, my Sanctify wore out, so I'm gonna cast it again. Get a little health back. And now when he first goes down, he's not actually dead. The arena's still filled with poison, and he's gonna respawn. If you hold out your lamp, you can kind of see him. Okay, there we can lock onto him. Where'd he go? Okay, the Bucket Lord must have hit him, but he gets back up and reanimates for a second and tries to do a, I'm poisoned right now, I think, tries to do a final attack on you, and you just have to go hit him again after he stands up, and then he'll die. So that was the Carrion Knight boss, and we're gonna pick up our Pride of the Bucket Lords. And we are going to throw a seed right here. Let me see. Do we need to rest? I didn't use any heals, but I did use a lot of my mana, so I don't have to use stones. I'm gonna go ahead and rest, but I have a couple of levels, so I'm gonna take, because that's going to take my attack power up 5. I'm going to take agility up 1. And, oh, I only have 1. I thought I had 2 upgrades, but okay, that's fine. I'll just take my agility up a point for now. And up ahead is going to be the Tower of Penance. You can't get into this door. It's locked to us. Our access is going to be through an elevator around this circle. These ramparts go all the way around the tower. It's just a big circle. But before we do that, we want to go to the left right here and go down this ladder and walk down the rafter. We're gonna have to pop Umbral here in a second. That will give us access to this Umbral bridge. And in this corridor to the right, there's going to be a gargoyle. So we're going to run in there and take care of him. Then walk back out on our bridge, pull it across. I can probably pop that, and there's going to be a couple of gargoyles in here. One's going to be right there, and the other just fell behind me. Oh, come on. Come on. I had to take my lock off. My lock-on was making my attacks all hinky. So, we got them. Over here, there's going to be an item, dedicated item. That's Jeffrey's dagger. It's a weapon. As we go up the steps right here, we're going to want to roll over to the other platform. Then, we couldn't use the Umbral exit, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and rest over at my seed. There's not any enemies that I have to worry about, so we'll just take a rest. And we are going to head this way to the right, because there's an item right here halfway around the tower. That's going to be the braided ring. So trophy related item goes towards your rings and pendants. And then when we get to the elevator, there's going to be a pickup right across from it. It's going to be the map of the Tower of Penance. If you go all the way around that way, it just takes us all the way around, but there's nothing in between here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and go up the elevator. And the tower is a little bit of a project. I don't know if we'll get through the whole tower in this video. It might be broken up into two. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, it's a little project. We would have the option to throw a seed right there. I'm going to save the seed and keep our seed at the bottom of the tower. But because I'm doing that, I'm going to run across the plate and send the elevator back down just in case we die. So the elevator's all the way at the bottom and we don't have to wait for it if we respawn at our seed. Now, as we go forward, you can see there's some Umbral moths, so we're going to have to pop Umbral. There's going to be a mage over here to the right and also an explosive orb. So I'm going to blow that up and get rid of the mage. Then I'm going to go pull down this little plank. And there's going to be a gap to jump across. So we're going to jump across our gap. I'll go ahead and pop that. Why not? And we will go down this first ladder. When we get down to this level, there's going to be some bombs below us. We want to blow those up to blow the mage off. And then we're going to roll over to this platform. Sometimes you end up rolling directly to the platform. I actually got hung up on the wall right there. It doesn't matter. You won't take damage, but you just want to make it to this platform. When you get here, there's going to be this Umbral, what would we call it? A plank, a bridge, a little floating platform, but we're going to move it to the other side. As we go over here, there's a couple of seed pods that we can get rid of. And when we jump across, there is going to be an Ardent Penitent, one of those spiky-headed enemies. So we're going to have to jump this gap, and he's going to break through here. Man, his first attack through that wall took a lot of health. So I'll just cast a heal and another one. And you're gonna see that there's a ladder right here. We're gonna go down the ladder. A pretty long ladder. And there's just an enemy in this little room. And as we go back out, we're gonna pull this, and it's gonna pull a platform over towards us. We're gonna jump the gap. There's gonna be some umbral pods in here. I'll try to kill those without setting off that bomb, and then I'll just blow it up from out here. And inside this little room is a dedicated item, some large Duralium shards. And now we're gonna go jump across to our other platform. We're gonna very carefully walk to the other side of the ladder. You can use your L button to tap towards the ladder to make sure you stay close to it. And then we're gonna face this little door here and roll forward. That's gonna send us through that breakable wall, and we have a chest, and that has the pendant of the Blood Sun. Obviously a trophy related item. It goes towards the rings and pendants. To get back out, we're just gonna roll straight towards the ladder and then inch our way around it. Once we get to this side of the ladder, we're gonna want to go back up. Tricky, I know, but we've got to do all of this in order and able to get all of the items on our way down. So this is where we killed the Ardent Penitent, and we're gonna jump across to this platform. And if you happen to hold L a little too long and it sends you into a roll, just make sure you completely let go of your stick. And if you go into a roll, it won't roll you off a ledge as long as you're not continuing to press forward on the stick. If you are, then you will fall off. But after we jumped across our little gap, we're gonna walk over here to where that floating platform originally was, and now that it's not there, we can drop down to this platform. We're gonna come over here. There's gonna be a seed pod there, a seed pod behind us, and another chest in this room, which is gonna have a rebirth chrysalis. And then as we turn around to exit the room, we're just gonna look straight ahead and drop down. Once we do that, directly behind us is a breakable wall with a stigma. And we definitely need this stigma because we also get an item, the Perception Wisp, that is going to be Dunmire's next quest item. So we need that in order to progress his quest. So now that we've gotten our stigma going, we can come out here and walk down the walkway, drop down to this next area, and we have a Wither Mage over there hurling magic at us, so we'll take care of it. And we also have this dedicated item right here. Just some consumables. But those were seed pods that just hatched. But after you get rid of those, we can go ahead and exit Umbral. Now we're gonna walk back out here and go across the little platform, I think. No, I'm sorry. On this level, we just drop down. So we're gonna drop down. This is gonna be the main level of the tower. You just want to make sure that you don't drop down into that hole. And there are going to be some pretty strong enemies down there. You can see there's an Ardent Penitent right there. There's an Avowed directly below me. I might be able to kill him like that. And there's going to be some archers. Ooh, little slow. But we've got our Ardent Penitent charging us. So we'll dodge that. Ooh! I thought he was going to get me. I didn't think... Oh, he got me there. Now you're cooked. Oh, he got me again. Okay, I believe that's all the enemies. So, from there, if we're in the center of the room, there's a spot to throw a seed right there, but it's pointless. You don't need a seed right there. There's a dedicated item on this body that's strung up on the wall there. We're gonna grab it. It's the Infernal Guardian Inferno spell. So we definitely want that. And if we continue down this corridor, right here we're gonna open this door. That is gonna take us back out to the main level where we have our seed. So now we're back in, we're gonna go to the left and continue down this corridor. And we're gonna have a chest, and this is going to have the final rune tablet for Gerlinda. And now we could go back out to our seed and do whatever we have to do, or we could continue down the Tower of Penance by dropping down to the next level. I am gonna go back out to the seed. And where are we at? Yeah, we're getting to be about 45 minutes or so in, so we're gonna end the video here in a minute. And now that we're on the main level and have this door open to us, we can proceed through the second half of the tower in the next video. So we'll pick up with the tower in the next one, but I am gonna warp back to Skyrest. That is gonna respawn the enemies in that room, so when we do go back to go in the tower, those enemies are gonna respawn, but it'll be worth it. I do have an upgrade. What was I gonna do with it before? Was I gonna put it in Radiance? Sure, we'll put it in Radiance. And then I'm gonna warp to Skyrest. Now we're gonna have a pretty big decision on our hands here. I believe I need one more, but yeah, I think I need one more to upgrade.
Let Aureus's will be done.
Yeah, we need one more Saintly Quintessence to upgrade, but as I said, we do have our final rune tablet. Now, this is going to present us with a choice. We're going to be able to give it to Gerlinda or Sparky. Alright, I'll just try to briefly explain the difference between the two. If I give the rune tablet to Sparky, he's going to free himself from Gerlinda, and I'm going to get a trophy. I'm going to get a trophy for completing Sparky's quest, and he's going to disappear from the game. Gerlinda is going to get upset with us, so her prices are going to go up, but Sparky is also going to share his rune knowledge with us, so we don't have to come back to Gerlinda to upgrade and socket runes. Well, we'd have to come back to her if we want to buy her items, but we'd be able to upgrade our weapons and socket runes on our own at any vestige. So those are the benefits to giving it to Sparky. As I said, a trophy will pop as soon as you hand the rune to Sparky. Now, what I'm going to do for this playthrough, because this is my first playthrough on this character, it's basically a brand new character, I'm going to give my rune to Gerlinda. What that's going to do is it's going to lower her prices. She's going to be happy with us. It's going to lower the prices in her shop. And she is also going to get rid of Sparky and turn him into a very powerful rune and give it to us. What that rune is going to do is it's going to negate any stat requirements for any piece of gear that you can socket a rune to. It's also going to make it weigh nothing. For example, if I was doing a sword and board build, say I wanted to equip this heaviest shield right here, this Shield of Whispers, you see it would send me into way heavy. But if I were to equip the rune that I'm going to get by giving it to Gerlinda, the 40 pounds that this shield weighs would make it weigh 0. It would basically take me back into my medium encumbrance like I'm not even holding it. Also, any stat requirements as far as like strength, inferno, radiance. Say I wanted to wield an inferno weapon and my inferno stat isn't high enough, but I equipped the rune, it would make this weapon weigh nothing and it would let me wield it. That's actually a strength and agility weapon, but you get the point. If I was looking at an inferno weapon, I wouldn't need like this one. I wouldn't need that 15 inferno stat to wield it if I socketed the rune in there, and it would make it weigh nothing. So, as I said, very powerful rune. If you're going for platinum, since you have to do 3 playthroughs anyway, I would get the rune on my first playthrough. Ergo, give it to Gerlinda. I would get the rune on my first playthrough so I have it, because you have to do 3 playthroughs to get the platinum trophy, and then on my subsequent playthrough I would just give it to Sparky. And you can't get 2 runes either. I tried giving it to Gerlinda a second time and it just gave me a generic rune. So this rune you can only get 1. So if you do give it to Gerlinda, if this is your first playthrough, I would recommend giving it to her and then giving it to Sparky for the trophy on a subsequent playthrough. One other thing to consider is that since we're going for the Umbral ending, at some point when we go to take our Umbral steps, we are going to have to get rid of Gerlinda. So once we give our rune to Gerlinda, any weapons or anything that we need to upgrade, not necessarily right now, there's a clear, distinct moment where we have to get rid of Gerlinda, and you'll know when it's coming up. But at that time, she's going to be gone for good, so by giving the final tablet to her, we wouldn't be able to socket or upgrade after we get rid of her. So basically you want to get your final gear all taken care of for our Umbral ending before we take that Umbral step. And I'll point out obviously when we're getting ready to do that step. So if you have any gear that you need to upgrade, you'll want to do that before you take this step, whether you have to farm the vigor for it and upgrade whatever you need before that step. So those are the clear-cut choices between giving it to Sparky and Gerlinda, and everything those choices affect. So, since this is my first playthrough and I want the room...
With that in mind, or I ask...
You shut your... Don't do not just see.
I am going to give it to Gerlinda. So I'm going to miss out on the trophy for assuming I didn't already have it, and this is my first playthrough. I'll miss out on the trophy for now, but I'll get it on the next playthrough.
Yes.
So I give it to Gerlinda.
Oh, you so can now be put work, but Gerlinda.
And just to show you the rune real quick. Let me see. Do I not have it? Where? Oh, I think I need to rest. I skipped through her dialogue, but I think she says something about she'll have it later. So let me rest real quick. Run back and talk to her.
Ah, Gerlinda.
Okay, new dialogue, and there's the Crafter's Essence rune. And just to show you how it works. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I was already in her dialogue. Where's my sword? Right there.
Gerlinda full of... Gerlinda has...
Also, she does have a new ring and some bows, a shield, and a sword. You want to buy all that stuff from her. The weapons aren't that expensive, so since she doesn't have that many, I would suggest just picking up all her weapons and shields. These bows, they don't appear out in the world either, so you definitely want the ring. But anyway, as far as the rune, just to show you how it works, if I were to equip it here, and then you see my encumbrance went way down. I'm like mid-medium now because it made my sword weigh nothing. So you see the requirements say 0 and 0 for strength and agility. So I can do that for any weapon now. So obviously I'm going to look at my options and figure out what I want to put it in before we pick up on our next video. But you see the power of the rune. So with that, I'm just going to go back to our Skyrest vestige, and we are going to end the video here. And on our next one, in between videos, I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that rune, and I may change a couple of things that I'm carrying. I don't think I need to do any farming right now, but yeah, when we pick up, we are going to end up warping back to our seedling, and then we will finish out the Tower of Penance. So I appreciate it. If this is helping you guys, please like and subscribe. Share the video to anyone you know that plays the game, and I will see you guys on the next one. See ya!